And welcome to Zero to Hero Part 20, or ANB Silver 9 Part 4. Last time out I hit Champion Level 113, and we cleared Trial 27. From 27 I did get this cube. I'm holding on to it for a moment. Want to get through trial 30, and that will give us a second cube, and then I'll use both of those to get the Grand Magister's command weapons unlocked, which means that we can start having a better time on this mob phase in trials. I might need to frostbeam these. We're at a stage, obviously the weapons that I'm using are still what we use to get to level 70. They're just regular old 60 somethings, so they're very underpowered. I'm not too concerned about speed. I've just remembered something that I forgot in the last episode, and I've forgotten this time out as well. I need to remember I can't keep aggro and everything until we've beaten this trial, which is why I do want that Grand Magister's command set. So the character is moving quite slowly as well, but to be expected. Now, ideally I should change some settings here so that the auto attack after using an ability is now on, because otherwise I move and stand there like a lemon. Okay, so that is good news. That gives us this second ephemeral box and some glory. From the trial we just had junk that I don't care about. 30 champion levels. I'm going to carry on assigning them. Not really seeing a problem with ability rates, so experience, movement speed, then ability rate, I think. I've completely forgot to use this greater currency booster, even though we're not running extra gold. In trials during ANB there's a gemstone drop bonus, so that will help us a great deal build up our gemstone balance. So I should have popped that as soon as we hit level 70 and had gone above trial 7. But not to worry. So what I want to use these two cubes for is a Grand Magister's command basic set to start with. So where's the main hand weapon? Am I being blind? Offhand, one hand. Can I not make the igneous? I'm going to pause this for a moment. I think I was being blind. One hand weapon now has igneous on it. I am going with haste, ability rate and experience. even though this is still in theory a crit build and there's no crit in it. So igneous, definitely. That should be in my inventory, so I can switch that in. And I want Glacis Tempestus, same, so we can do that. So that means we now have much more damage, but more importantly the 2 set weapon damage bonus. So our frost, when I cast a frost skill, it's going to give us thermal shock. When I cast fire, anything frozen is going to get shatter on it. So I want to start using Frost Nova because shatter only works when northern wind is up, and I'm going to have to click here. Frost Nova, 100% chance to trigger northern wind if I hit an enemy with my Frost Nova. So that's going to help on the mob phase a great deal. So let's see how that behaves. I'm just trying to think, where are we in terms of trials? I have 1, 2, 3 cubes left. I know what the next item's going to be. So let's try and get somewhere where there's a lot of dots on screen. So now we pull aggro on all of them in one go, which is nice, and we can start frost beaming them. And thermal shock's going to kill them. So we're in a good spot for speeding up our runs now. I do still need to pay attention because until I have another piece of armour, northern wind isn't up for particularly long. I can probably safely ignore that. Let's work our way back around. Pull those all into this beam. A 3-hour book, that's nice. I'm going to need to get in that blue circle. I can't frost beam, well I could frost beam whilst in here, but it will remove the healing effect because the devs don't understand how silence works. And they really should fix it, but of course it's been like this for years now. Frost beam has a silence effect on it, so the devs say, oh, frost beam silences, so if you're standing in a blue healing circle then silence removes that healing effect because it's silenced. Fine, if that's your argument you're using, then why is Garm still attacking? Either you say he's completely immune to crowd control, which is what the icon above him shows. It shows that he's immune to crowd control, so either let him be fully silenced when we're beaming or don't have him silenced at all. And they're in the position where part of him's silenced and part isn't, so he carries on attacking, but you don't get the benefits of any bonuses that are sat on the floor. Something that needs to be fixed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with rings at the moment, whether to craft rings or use these, so I'm going to put that one in the stash for now. A 3-hour book of learning, general junk. We'll switch to regular hero view. We'll assign our champion levels. Life is filled up. Let's go with armor. Experience is done. Let's get some movement speed behind us. So what I want now, being very careful, chest, regalia, robe. I'm going with these same distribution. And the reason I want the robe is duration of northern wind is increased by 2 seconds, so I do have more time to cast Immolate after Frost Nova in order to set off the shatter effect. With that, I shall pause the video just so we don't lag out completely, and then we'll carry on. What I've decided is I'm going to craft haste ability rate experience regalia arm guards. And the reason I'm crafting a regalia piece now is that we only have 2 more boxes to go, and I want to use those for boots and pants. They're going to be haste, movement speed and experience, and probably ability, movement speed and experience, and I won't have enough essence of air to craft those, so I will use the ephemeral cubes to make those, and that leaves us with a hood and shoulders, which I will be doing something completely crazy with, which may or may not work, but I'm going to need marker titans first. I doubt we're going to see any from just salvaging 3 blues, so the higher trial I can get and the more drops we can have when we salvage, the better our chances. And if we still don't have any marker titans, then I might have to buy some. I don't really want to do that. I did allocate champion points, didn't I? Yes. 53, no, that's Alban. Broken Dragon. Broken Dragon in a cave, wonderful. So we now get 5 seconds of northern wind. I can't move for whatever reason. I am going to switch this back on. I have a choice of suicide run or stand like a lemon. Which is a great choice to have to make. I was curious as to whether I'd be able to survive that. I thought, let's at least test and see what happens if I let the meteors hit me. The answer is I was very lucky. So we're going to need some toughness, but that's going to come from some champion levels as well, so... Now we're in trouble, but might just survive. This should be enough to spawn the dragon in an awful, awful spot. Just trying to think where I can get things, these lava pits, without them getting too in the way. Just move him slightly. Ah, joy. If I come up here and beam through... Oh. So we're going to have a bad time. It's the sort of thing where I should just abandon, really. Let's take stacks of burning. We are still very low level, so that's why this is so slow. With proper gear we'd be flying along by now. So what do we get there? A custom rare jewellery. I'm not going to use that at all during this event. That will be saved for the main account when we shall put it towards making some perfect jewellery at some stage. Gemstone selection. Nice, we've got some power sitting there. If it had haste experience on there as well, but that would have been nice. These will all go in the salvage bin. So what do I have? Haste is building. I'm going to go crit rating next. Obviously we've got very low crit rating. There's a slight improvement to our toughness, slight improvement to our movement speed. Those are 70, so we might as well replace these with boots, regalia, ability rates. Actually, I want movement speed. Where are you? And experience. They are regalia. So that improves those. Let's make this the final upgrade on these skills for now. How are we looking? Very low chance at the moment. This will build eventually with the daft idea that I've got. Whether that happens in this episode or next, we shall see. Let's see, how close to 60 are we? See if we can at least get the last cube before the end of today's episode. Going for bravery awards. Try not to let too many things hit me. It'll help once we've maxed out life on hit. We'll give us 1,000 once that's maxed out. At least we have a chance of running up here and pulling in lots of enemies. Oh, let's do this since we're getting some criticals. Not a high chance of them, but at least we're getting them. And back on the dragon, but we are going to pull one extra enemy in. Let's wait for the breath attack. Timing the beam when he's not about to spawn a lava pit helps. Because then we can maximise our damage. Well, that's the main thing, level 60, and there's a good reason for that being important. Oh no, I need to unlock 60. What am I thinking? Duh. Our damage and our toughness will increase significantly once we've completed that. Reasons why I shall explain once we've done it. This isn't going to be of any use. Put the ring up there. So let's run. I've had enough of fighting a dragon. Let's just do 60 and Kara. That will then conclude this episode, and hopefully things will go a bit better next time out. We should hopefully be in a position where we can farm these a bit more efficiently. I definitely shouldn't be running this high at the moment. It's not the best use of time, but I do want to get the last cube, so it actually gives us a much better way of running things. I think I do need to go and look at some ability rates somewhere as well. See a distinct lack of enemies, but that's because there's a whole area up here. Yeah, we've got enough of them now, so it's just a case of let's get Kara out and finish this. Let's just beam it down. It's taking forever. Beam through the minion, so hopefully that kills it. As we now sit and wait. I shall probably be dropping back to 50 something once this is done. Because we're taking about twice as long as we should. So we have another rare jewellery and the custom ephemeral, so that's going to be pants, which will be regalia with movement speed, haste experience. We'll create that. And the reason for that is we now have the 4-piece bonus, so casting a frost or fire spell gives us 5 charges of elemental fury. Each one of those is going to increase our damage. We can get up to 12 stacks, so 96% extra damage if we get full stacks, and we get a damage reduction as well. So that's going to improve our toughness and our damage. Every time I am casting Frost Nova, Immolate or Frostbeam, I'm getting stronger and tougher every time. So that was an important one to hit. That's interesting. It's less damage, but it's good. It increases our chances for a Marker Titan for things that are remaining. I think I've gone over again on the clock by a few minutes. Definitely going ability rate next. So if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to ask down below, and thank you very much for watching.